Good evening. It is Thursday. Normally I Stardew Thursday, but I felt like doing something different tonight, so we're going to be getting back into Zelda. It's been 11 days since the last time we played Zelda. I can't believe it's been that long. It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but oh my goodness, has time flown? Fluid? Yeah. According to my notes, the last time we played Zelda was on the 9th of July, which was a Sunday. So 12 days since we played? Maybe. Regardless, here we are. When last we logged out, we had completed the shrine located at Hateno Village. Hateno Village. So here we are. We have not explored any of the buildings. And I need to fix my audio. Give me one moment. It is coming through the wrong device. Why can't I hear the game in my headphones? Headphones. Why are you still not coming through the right place? I'm very confused. Apparently technology is avoiding me today. I try to figure out why this is not working. This should be... Okay, yes. As far as I can tell, you're getting audio. Yep. Why is it not working? Why? That more volume settings. Output to the headphone. Alright, well, I do not understand why I cannot hear the sound through my headset. Huh. Alright, we'll just, guess we'll just turn up the, speakers, because I think the only way I'd be able to fix it would be to quit OBS, and I don't think that's the solution here. Okay. Weird. Okay. Very weird. I don't understand. But that's okay. Okay. Well, I found a solution to at least be able to hear the audio for today. I don't understand why it's sending the audio through the through my computer speakers. But we're okay. Everything's better. So Hanto Village is right here. And what we have is we just completed the shrine. Last thing we did. I have no idea why I fused that thing to my or the little jumpy thing to my shield. But I thought now would be a great time to explore this village. You know, we're supposed to be looking for Zelda, but get ourselves reacclimated a little bit to the game. All right. What do we have here? Hello? Random house? Oh, random person I can talk to? Oh, a visitor. Sigh. I'm sorry, I don't have it in me to be very welcoming right now. I'll take care of it later, maybe this evening. What's the matter? My hometown is Lurian Village, a small fishing village along the shore southeast of here. Let me guess, pirates? It's been suffering from current pirate attacks. I've heard it's almost entirely destroyed. At least the villagers fled without any loss of life, or so they say. But what good is it if all their homes are destroyed? I'm afraid that the village is finished. My poor father, he was head of the Lurian village. That village was his whole life. If it's really gone, I worry that the shock could finish him. Where I'm from, we believe in welcoming everybody with a smile. That's why I don't want anyone from home to see me this down. Okay. All right. You have a nice, pretty little house here. All right. Well, we will leave you be. We have a windmill. Windmill with no way up. Okay. Hmm. We will continue up this path here. We have another windmill to check out. Oh, there was a squirrel in here that we scared away. Yeah, we probably got some chickaloo nuts. All right, let's see. Okay. Is there anything up this path before we head back into town? There's a sign. There's whatever's on that bluff. What do we got here? Ancient Tech Lab and the beach. Okay, well, let's go to the Ancient Tech Lab. It seems like something we should do. We should probably also activate that tower if we can. Although it looks like it might be a little cold over there. Oh, there's a person and some chickens. Yes. What do you what? You see an old man out walking and assume he's got nothing but free time? I might not seem busy to you, but I'm taking care of the Chukos that tomorrow left in my care, a big part of my day. I thought I'd help her out a bit now that her husband's gone to do his part over at Lookout Landing. Every day I let the Trucos on a walk up the hill to the laboratory. Okay, good job. All right. Need to get inside? Come find me at the Lookout Landing near Hyrule Castle, Robbie. Farming hoe. Let me see. Same thing here, right? Yep. Sun shroom, a bright red mushroom that grows in hot climates, is imbued with the power of heat and used to cook dishes that will allow you to endure bitter cold. It doesn't appear to be anything to interact with there. What about up here? Read Pura's diary. Oh, there's a dilemma for you. I grew up frustrated with being treated like a child, so I resumed my age booster experiments in earnest. The anti aging device reversed more than 100 years in an instant, so I reflected on that result and moderated the output. When I consciously exposed myself to its rays, I returned to my 20-year-old form just as I'd hoped. Success. So I'm happy that I can once again reach high places without using a jetpack. My 20-year-old body doesn't suffer from the sleepless nights researching, and that's more. My skin is perfect. No complaints. 3 volumes of my diary are hidden away now. I'll place the last one at the northeast edge of Aquila. The lab there is perfect for hiding things. It's so much to the remote location. I'm sure no one will ever come across it. Okay. Apparently, there's a ladder here. Bird egg. Tree branch. I see a Zonai device. Oh, that's new. What is this Zonai device? What? Oh, no. What's this? Oh, is this one of the... Oh, okay. What is that? Oh, is this the thing to steer? Okay, I don't know what I just made there. That's okay. Hello, Korok. Where's your friend? Do tell. Oh my goodness, that's far away. Um. Oh wait, maybe it's upside down. Okay, yep, that does indeed look like a steering column. No. All right. Oh, where did the Korok go? Oh, there they are. Oh, and I gotta fight one of these dudes. Great. All right. Nope, that's not what I want. Go with the heart. All right, that didn't end well. Try that again. Try this one. Oh, the Korok is gone. Okay. Hmm. Can't believe the Korok is gone. So is it back up at the top? All right. Yeah, I definitely don't see the Korok. Let's travel here. Okay. Hello, random person coming into your home. Oh, you're sleeping. All right. Oh, that's a new apple. A golden apple. Shall we jump down the random well? Of course we will. All right, we've got bomb flowers. There should be a frog, a bobble frog in here somewhere. Up there's a like. Ugh. What have you stolen? My sword. Oh no, I guess not. What did we get? A Fenric bow. Bow passed down through the Shikra tribe. Concentrating before drawing the string will allow the target distant as easily as those nearby. Interesting. Amber and opal. All right, so we have a another well. Interesting. Well, that's actually fairly deep water. Okay, there's no. I don't understand that. Topaz powered rod. There is a. That is a treasure chest. So let's see. We should have a fan. I think we need to switch to a different weapon. Shield of the Mind's Eye. Another breakable wall. More frogs. Oh, there's clearly something on the other side of this wall. Big, long stick acquired. Let's see. Do we think there's anything up here? Probably. More light sources for when we go under this, or when we go into the blighted areas. Collect all the things. All right. What is over here? More ghost fish. Is the way out? Looks like it might be. Oh, we have a way to go this way. We come full circle. Okay, so that was with a lot. That was the like that we fought. I take it we. This is the well we fell down. Huh. Why am I making this harder than it needs to be? Fast travel. Oh, look, my webcam is freaking out. What is going on here? Having all sorts of technology problems today. All right, we turned off the webcam. All right. Let's talk to this person here now that it's daytime. If they're home. And they're not. Pot lid. It smells vaguely of poultry broth. Interesting. If in doubt, you could use the pot for your shield. What is this? Hello? Hello there. Always happy to see a traveler in Hateno Village. Are you one of those who came to see the new CC fashion line? Not to brag, but the mind behind it is my own daughter, Cece. If you're looking for her, you'll probably find her at that clothing shop. I mean, boutique. It's right over by the village entrance. Not sure what the difference is personally, but Cece always gets upset when I call it a clothing shop. Ugh? Someday a second store. Welcome to Kyochi Dye Shop. Right, so you're a new customer, I think. Well, I don't think dyeing. I don't do the dyeing around here. You'll want my hubby for that. This activity is going to be a problem. I mean, I'm grateful to Cece that our shop has taken off like this, but every day is exhausting now. Kochi Dye Shop. Greetings and salutations. If you're looking to add some color to your wardrobe, I found the right place. You do. Welcome to the Kochi Dye Shop. Oh, still messed up. I don't understand. Where we live to dye. If you have any dye ingredients, it's 20 rupees to... That's working fine. No, it's not. Actually not. No, I guess it's okay. I don't understand. Very weird. It's 20 rupees to dye an item that includes our service charge, of course. Let's get going and dye your get up to hoo-hoo-wee, that lovely paraglider you've got there. Nowadays, not only do we dye clothes, but we also offer fabric rework service. Bring me some fabric and I can rework your paraglider with fine colors. You may be a first-time customer, but that's fine. We have a special introduction to our new service for folks like you. Ta-da, your very own introductory fabric. CC Fabric. Oh, this fabric is bearing a CC brand design. It looks like it could be used to make a paraglider. Have you dropped by Vedsa Clothing at the village entrance yet? CC, a famous designer who runs the place now, cooked up a cutting-edge design on this fabric. Every region has its own unique fabric designs. Keep an eye out for them wherever you go. Think of me if you find some new fabric, won't you? We can rework your paraglider with it for you to fly the skies in style. Dye and close the color of your choice with reworking paragliders with some new cloth. Either way, it'll take 20 rupees. Tell me more. I love the fact that someone who's so young is interested in our unique Hateno dyes. Might be CC's influence, but that kind of thing catching is quite a bit with the young folks nowadays. I'd be a fool not to seize the dyeing while it's hot and let everyone know what we do here. Let me give you the colorful details of how the magic works. Hateno dyeing is a traditional craft of Hateno Village. Bring us the right ingredients and we can dye just about anything to whatever color you please. With our new fabric rework service, all we need is a bit of fabric that we can work with. We use it to reupholster things with nice new fabric, like a paraglider, for example. And the total price is 20 rupees. I don't wish to dye my clothing right now. Every day is a good day to dye. Charts on how to make the different dye colors. Interesting. The school is that way. Hello, Selden. What are you doing? Asked. This is the road to Hateno School. They just founded. Come rain or shine, I stand here and make sure the kids are safe coming and going. It's not my job, mind you. More like volunteering to help my community. Ah, have you been by our store yet? The boutique Vestas Clothing is right by the village entrance. If you get lost, look for the big mushroom clothing sculpture. I must have come in the back way, but that's okay. What is this? Is this the inn? Great Tompu Inn. I have no idea Wharton would be so stubborn. He would always humor me before we got married, no matter what I asked. Would it be so hard for him to wear a simple CC branded hat? I don't understand why he's dead set against it. Oh, can I help you? Oops. I really can't be dwelling on that right now. Not while I'm on the clock. Hello there. We're having nice weather again today. Welcome to Tonpu Inn. Will you be staying with us today? A regular bed is 20 rupees, or if you're looking for a more relaxing and restorative mind and body experience, you can have one of our extra soft down beds for 30 rupees. You have soft beds? Yes, they're much more comfortable to sleep on than our standard beds. You wake up feeling nice and refreshed. Everyone who sleeps on one talks about it, they're brimming with energy. No, I don't need... Take care. See us again soon. Maybe the next time Wharton is leaning carelessly against the terrace, I'll catch him off guard and jam a hat on his head. Interesting. Okay, so those must be regular beds, and I take it these are the super soft beds, probably. Huh. Okay. Oh, hey there, brother. Oh, if you don't know me, I'm a worker at the inn. Whoever's at the counter right now can help you if you need something. It's probably my wife, Prima, you'll be dealing with. Every time I show my face around there, she demands I know why I'm not wearing CC branded clothes, so I keep keeping my distance till the fad dies down. I never knew my dear Prima was the type to get so worked up about fashion. Okay. Let's go this way. Since we're going the back way into everybody's house. Oh, we have a... Those who've conquered the shrines claim the light's blessing. I offer you great power, but yes, you need 4. Okay, good. So we found a shrine. I knew there were had to be some around here somewhere. Oh, here's a random person. Hello. I don't think I've seen you around. Are you a traveler? Then welcome to Hateno Village. I'm Reed, the mayor. And yes, before you say it, I know about all these tacky sculptures everywhere you look around here. What an eyesore. They're spoiling the rustic atmosphere of Hateno Village is known for. And I know who's behind it. The designer at Ventus Clothing, that clothing shop near the village entrance. I was just thinking about going and giving her a piece of my mind. Sorry to say, but if you need something from me, you'll have to come see me again later. Sure, no problem. Sorry, but not now. My husband told me he's on his way to Ventus Clothing and I have to be ready for what comes after. Never heard of it? The clothing shop down near the village entrance. But no, I really can't get in it now. Deep breaths. There'll be time to entertain guests later. This clothing shop is causing all sorts of strife in this town. All right. So there's the giant purple. I guess we should venture into the clothing shop. Clearly not the clothing shop. Mumble mumble. Love's fire burns forever. What's the matter? You can tell me, weirdly handsome dude. You look like you've been places, sure, but things are peaceful at the old village, but it's a jungle out there in the world. Why, I stick around here checking out the seed, making sure no strangers put moves on Miss Ivy. Wait, I mean, that's why I make sure no strangers come from outside to disturb the peace. Ivy? You forgot the Mrs. Always add Mrs. Mrs. Ivy is the poster girl for the East Wind General Store. There's no problem if you want to talk to Miss Ivy. Just keep the native. I just moved here and I want somebody show me around act to a minimum. Not that anyone could be as young, guyish, or fashionique as me. By the way, quick question for you, big guy. What kind of present do you think would make Miss Ivy at Eastwind happy? I'm not asking for me, you understand. A friend of a friend wanted advice, and I'm having a tough time with the answer. Obviously, I can't just go talk to her directly. Let me know if you think of something. Okay. As I've said multiple times, I can't admit 3 customers at present. What do you mean? You took the trouble to come here, and now you're saying we can't get in? But I want to see CC's new stuff. It's not every day a mega famous fashion designer debuts new material. Yeah, everything I heard said this was some of CC's best work. I'm so sorry, but we only have one entry ticket remaining. One ticket? So you're saying one person could go in? Hey, come on now. We can't just let one of us get the head start. Sure, I know that. It was just a joke. Oh, well, maybe if we come back later, they'll have room for all of us. Yeah, it's not like this is the only clothing place in the village. What do you say we go spend some time at the dye shop? Or we could check out the pasture. Speaking of which, we heard that little ways up the road to the pasture is a laboratory specializing in ancient stuff. Since we got all dolled up, we may as well hit the town and see it all. Thank goodness they gave up. Oh, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Are you also a tourist who's come to see my the new line of CC products? As long as it's just you, you're free to go into the shop. CC herself is in there right now, in fact. Nothing you see is for sale. It's only an exhibition right now. Sorry to disappoint. By all means, head on in before somebody else shows up. Between you and me, CC herself is in there right now. That said, we're only displaying the new line, not selling it. Okay. Ah, another practically perfect masterpiece. It's exemplar of the form of every angle. This is the sort of thing that I've built my name and reputation in the world-renowned CC. Oh, pardon me. Are you an admirer here to meet an incomparable CC? I must say, I don't seem to show any sort of interest in fashion. Welcome to Ventus Clothing, the only boutique in the world which carries the CC brand, if you weren't aware. Oh, and if you're not aware, you stand before the very woman who changed this frosty old village into the birthplace of Nouveau fashion. As proof, I present you this. The CC hat, the newest and most magnificent work by yours truly, CC. It's a hat. Do you see that luxurious curve? Do you know my avant-garde color choices? Wouldn't you call it the pinnacle of perfection? This piece is so special that I dare not assign a price to it. It's not for sale. I shall only part with it when I find someone truly worthy of owning it. Only the most impressive fashionista in Hyrule's trendiest village is worthy of such a crown. What's this about Hyrule's trendiest village? I don't remember approving any slogans for Hateno. Oh, look who's here. What can we do for you, oh esteemed Mayor Reed? I'm really sorry. I tried to stop him from coming in like you asked, but he wouldn't take no for an answer. Cece, you've got to quit littering the village with your weird art pieces. Maybe you don't realize it, but plants need their sleep too. Those eyesores are so bright at night that they're keeping the veggies awake, and it's a real problem for the crops. Atnos Foundation is its produce. What are we going to do if it fails? Now, dear, there's no need to get so worked up. I think about the people here actually like her art, you know. Wouldn't it be better to hear her out? Don't fall for her line of twaddle. She's got everyone in Hateno wrapped around her finger already. My duty is to look after the village, and that's what I mean to do. Looking after the village, you say? How do you suppose you have to think? Who do you suppose you have to thank for Hateno's rejuvenation? It didn't need rejuvenating. Hateno Village was a peaceful place where folks lived quiet lives, and that's the way I like it. Do they? Then let us leave the matter to the people to decide. My avant-garde approach versus the mayor's quaint, bygone ways. The citizens will decide which outlook will drive the future of the village. By holding a mayoral election. You're calling for a mayoral election? Mayoral? Sure, suits me. I'll win that pretty easy. Sophie, I delegate management of the mayoral election to you. What? Come on, Clavia. I don't feel like sticking around here any longer. It's time we head back home. Oh, there's no time to waste. Oh, you again. I've got a long to-do list in preparation for the mayoral election, and sooner I get started, the better. The answer could go without saying, but you are, of course. Undecided. Oh, if you haven't yet thrown your lot with either candidate, then welcome to Team CC. That settles that, I trust. It's plain for all to see that I'm a shoo-in for the next mayor. Or so one would think, yet there are stragglers in this village who are still supporting Reed. They're in need a mental makeover. And so, I have a fabulous plan to give out mushrooms to Reed supporters. Mushrooms are synonymous with the CC brand. Fungal fashion is the CC way. The mushrooms I give them will paint them inside and out with a fresh, vibrant CC colors. Although Sophie and I must mind the shop where we find someone who can trust to carry out this vital task. I am not committing to that right now. You gave me the thing anyways, even though I hit no. These mushrooms are for the village's Reed supporters. It's easy to recognize them with unstylish they are. My supporters are all expert fashionistas dressed to the nines. At CC, this should go without saying, but don't give one to anyone in Reed's family. There's also no need to give them to any children, travelers, or temporary residents like the Shiko researchers. That leaves us with, unless I miss my guess, a total of 8 Reed supporters. Your mission is simple: give a single Hylian shroom to each of those 8 misguided voters. Well, off you go. What should I do? She saddled me with so much work when she put me in charge of the mayoral election. Sir, I feel like I should apologize for dragging you into this mess I found myself in, but since we're both involved now, would could you give me a little advice? Sure. I should have expected. The thing I need advice on is my sister. It's about Cece. Lately, she's been sneaking off alone in the middle of the night. I don't think it's anything sinister, but the election is soon, and I don't want any last minute surprises to hurt her chances. So I'd like you to tail my sister, find out where she's going and what she's up to, and get back to me. I've tried following her myself, but she spotted me right away. I really got an earful about it too. If you succeed in finding out what she's doing, I can reward you, of course. You're the only one I can ask for help. I don't want any of the villagers finding out until I know what's going on. Help me out, please. Oh, goodness. They've been putting these strange decorations all over the village. Sorry about that. Are you a visitor here? A tourist? You're welcome to. You're in Hateno, a village known for living off the land. For as long as anyone can remember, we've tilled the soil and let nature be our guide in life. Now, though, everything's getting so glitzy as more folks try to drum up more tourism business. Mind you, we're all happy to see Cece return to the village after she'd been away for so long. Some folks, like my daughter, Prima, started wearing that flashy Cece brand stuff right away in celebration. But it's a tad over the top for me and my son in law, Wharton. We prefer the simple life and the way we've always lived it. I don't mean to talk your ear off, but by all means, go on and have yourself a peaceful stay here. Is there something you needed from me, Mr. Traveler? Hello? Good day. Welcome to Hatno Village. Here for some sightseeing? The Eastwind General Store is open for business. If you're here for Hatno Village's famous produce, you're in the right place. Or if you like this super cute CC hat, you can get the store across the way, Ventus Clothing. They're now featuring a new line of hats right now. Thanks to Cece, this village is the place to be. She's drawn in so many tourists that our sales are going up too. Cece's putting our village on the map. What do you like? I'm not sure what kind of question is that, but still looking at me. What maybe frogs? Sure, why not? I like frogs. If I had 100 hot-footed frogs, I'd be incredibly happy. Oops, I couldn't think of anything, so I just told them that my dad likes instead. Manny's beloved? You should break the news to Manny. Oh, okay. Friend of a friend tipped me off. I talked to her. You wouldn't ask what Miss Ivy right in her face. What's the idea? Oh, gotta play it smooth. Can't let him guess that I'm dying to know. All right, then what is it? What does Miss Ivy want? I can't leave my friend's friend hanging. She wants hot-footed frogs and 100 of them at that. Ah, that checks out. Miss Ivy's love for animals is just one of the many charming things about her. Or so my friend's friend is always saying. That was a close one. Better play it smooth. Still, collecting 100 hot-footed frogs seems like a big job, even for someone you love. But not if I had help. Your traveler types go into wells and caves all the time, right? That's just the type of place where you find frogs. You don't have to go that far. I didn't hear about a bunch of frogs in a well somewhere in this village. Maybe I should check that out later. I didn't say anything. Look, let's focus on how helpful it would be if you gathered 10 of those frogs. There'd be a reward in it for you. Won't you do for my friend's sake? You're a traveler. You go on. Okay, so we're repeating the dialogue. I take it I don't have 10, huh? Oh, wait, here's some frogs. And here I am, not even caught one. Does this look like 10 frogs to you? I don't need my fingers to know. You've come up short. Miss Ivy wants her frogs. Let's keep her waiting. Go on and gather the rest of those hot-footed little guys. Oh, okay. Fine. Hiya. Our East Wind General Store carries all of Hateno Village local specialties. Ever since CC set up her shop in the place across the way, Hateno has made a name for itself with fresh fashion. Before that, though, this was a farming community from way back. We're self-sufficient, little burg. We eat what we harvest and sell the rest. I'll tell you what, if you haven't lived until you've tried a bottle of fresh milk straight from Hatno's pasture. Head up to the pasture when you get a minute. You'll be glad you did. That wraps up the sales pitch, I figure. Sorry for the long song and dance, but I got business to run. Anywho, are you saying something I can do for you? I'm here to sell. What can I sell? Do I even need to sell anything? I don't even know. That's the diamond. I don't know what any of this stuff is. What's the hat? Oh, this? Cece made it. She set up shop at the place across the way. She left a long while back to practice her craft, but she's perfected and come back as a famous fashion designer. Now CC fever is sweeping the village. You can throw a rock without hitting someone wearing the hat. I don't know the first thing about fashion myself. My white Amira cares much more about that stuff. Anything else? Bye. The veggies out in the field aren't for sale. If you're in the market for produce, come see us. I will buy your arrows. Sure know how to spend them. Fresh milk, bird eggs, tomatoes, carrot, rice. Anything else? Oh, we got pumpkin, fortified pumpkin, Hylian shrooms, goat butter. Interesting. Rock salt, mushrooms, and wheat will make something. Well, at least we restocked our arrows a little bit. Oh, there's a notice on this door. Building condemned. Do not enter. I wonder why the building was condemned. How many of these frogs do I have? Sticky frog. Tireless frog. I have 3 hot-footed frogs. Okay. That's the dye shop. Hatno's mayoral election is on. Reed, the incumbent mayor of Hatno Village, is running against Cece, the darling of the fashion world. To settle the division for Hatno will win out. The two of them have agreed to hold an election. Details soon. Yep, there's the mayor. What is going on here? Oh, you're the traveler I saw at Ventus Clothing, right? Did you come to check up on me because you were worried? Yeah, I lost my head there a little there. I'm not too proud of the way I behaved. But don't worry about me. I have a couple of tricks up my sleeve against CC. I might not be able to pull one of them off in time for the mayoral election. So I'm focusing on the second plan to bring back a taste no one's tried here for years. Way back when my grandfather worked with someone in the village to create a special kind of food, it was too way ahead of its time to catch on, so it never went further at the first trial run. But I never forgot it. Even today, I can still recall the gooey mouthfeel of the one bite my grandfather shared with me. In the back of my mind, I've always wanted to make it a signature staple of this village. If I could accomplish that, then I'd have something that could stand up to CC, except I can't remember who in the village my grandfather worked with or what they created. And now that I think of it, it's also a unique, pungent scent that I could just smell that aroma again. It would might jog my memory. If you excuse me, I have things to take care of. Please don't worry about my problems and just have a nice, relaxing time in our village. Have you tried the fresh milk they make at the farm up the hill? Having a glass is a nice way to unwind before bed. Okay, what is this? Reed wants to make. All right. Well, let's go see if we can figure out what CC's secret is. Is that a golden apple? It is. Look, Emma, someone forgot to put a CC branded outfit today. Get with the times and put on some CC branded clothes already. How else will anyone know your loyalty to CC style? Walk around the village looking like that if you want, but don't blame me when CC roasts your fashion sense. CC set up her own CC branded line and proves what a fantastic avant-garde charisma designer. Why CC has single-handedly set the tone for Hateno's village whole look. CC shop is to the left of the village entrance. It's a stylish shop with the mushroom-shaped decoration. If you're feeling plain, shabby, or drab, CC has a cure. Go ask her to coordinate your look today. Okay. Dream of voting your own home? Come down to Terrytown in Aquila. We'll build it for you in just the way you saw in your dreams. Hudson Construction. Another day without her. Oh, buy these sweet nutritious carrots at the general store. I'm sorry to ask you to follow my sister. She's right over there, but I haven't. She's incredibly alert when walking. Be sure you don't enter her line of sight. time is she supposed to be sneaking out? Every night. I don't understand why my cam has cut out. That one's working. This one is not. Weird. Maybe she sticks out at midnight? Not midnight. Okay, you're supposed to be sneaking around. Get to sneaking. Oh, she's already out. Okay, where do we think she went to? Huh. I'm honestly not sure. Although there's another well. There's another Korok. All right, well, I'm guessing a full day has gone by, so that is just not going to happen. All right, what I'm thinking is I want to head up to that tower up there. Oh, she's back, so I didn't see where she came from. That quest will be for another day. Seems you can enter Shrine of Light if you offer it up a crystal. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, let's start heading up towards that tower there. Another well. That is a big tree. Don't know if if it's best to take the direct route, but that's what we're gonna do. Take a look at our clothing. Okay, I've got the cold weather clothing on. Apparently, I need super cold or warm weather. So let's see. Do I have any? I no time for a fight. We must get to the tower. Pretty far away. Looks like we've got an air vent that would help us get up to it. Let's see. A chill shroom. These mushrooms are cool to touch and can be used to produce a lot to stay cool in hot regions. There's a stamina mushroom. Staminilla. Sometimes it's just best to take the direct route. What? I don't know what that was, but I don't know that I want to know. I think we're going to make it. Some sort of shrine. Oh, look, it's a person to talk to. The legendary treasure. Hello, my name is Nasby. I'm a treasure hunter, an adventurer extraordinaire, undaunted by even the coldest snow. This area is frozen solid and packed with monsters. No one in their right mind would set foot here, except me, of course, and there surely must be treasure resting here on this mountain where everyone else fears to tread. That's what drove me all this way to Mount Leanu. Until I saw you, I really thought I'd be the only one. You must be here for the same reasons I am. And if you are, you'll be wanting to know that I know about the treasure. All right, water break. The truth is, after sheer luck, I overheard a legendary retelling of a legend relating to the treasure on this mountain while I was on my way here. I knew I was a genius for assuming there was treasure on Mount Leanu. You want to hear the legend too? Great, then listen up. For I am Nesby, the treasure hunter with nothing to hide. The legend goes like this: skim across snow from the spring high in the heavens to the mountain below. Pass through the rings of light to see the light of blessing. What do you think? That the real legend of real treasure passed down on this very mountain? And you know what? With a name like Light of Blessing, this treasure's got to be worth a bundle. I suspect spring high in the heavens is referring to these springs. The treasure is as good as found, except for the finding it part. I don't know what to do with the rings of light bit, but I don't see anything like that around here. But I won't give up because you see, I am Nesby, the dauntless treasure hunter, not to be confused with my noble steed, Dauntless. Devout swordsman offers prepared to hear my plea. I can no longer sense the presence of the mother goddess statue which dwells in the vast canyon. I would ask you to go to that land and bring tidings to me of the mother goddess statue. Please, I beg of you. Okay, that seems interesting. We have 8 minutes left in our cold resistance. Let us climb the mountain some more. Mount Lernu Skyview Tower. Let's get a map, shall we? And it becomes empowered. All right, let's go. Surface map has been updated. Sky map has been updated. See what? Let us see what this is here. What have we activated? Yeah. Ah, the rings. Okay, hold on. What was the a Zonite shield? Sled shield. I think I need that. So let's see. We will get rid of the shield. Don't see any other. Don't exactly know what just happened there. Let's go back up, shall we? Okay, so that activates the ring. What was the puzzle? At the spring of wisdom near the summit of the mountain, I told you about this. Skim across snow from the spring high in the heavens to the mountain below. Pass through the rings, the light to see the light of blessing. Oh, okay. It's a timed thing. I get it now. Well, at least we activated the shrine. I don't know. I guess we can go back here. See if we can find where the CC is going. Because it's actually, I don't know what time it is. It is daytime. Oh, I guess it's not that late. All right, let's turn that quest back on. Oh, we're already doing it. Okay. Hopefully she will wander out sooner rather than later. Easy sister just throws open the door like, I'm coming in. Wrong button. What armor? All right, that should make me quieter. Maybe. Oh, there she goes. She is going this way. Oh, she going to the condemned building. Bet that's where she's going. Alone at last. Really? The silo across the way? That's where my sister's been spending her time. What I want to know is, what is she doing in there? The window is too high up for me to see inside. I don't see how to climb in there without a ladder. There must be some way to see what she's up to in secret. Yeah, if only there was a way to get up there. Perfect. I believe nobody saw me. I'm free to enjoy another of my late night meals in secret. How I enjoy my nightly vegetables. The shine, the luster, the fragrance. Yes, indeed. Now this is luxury dining. And so, without further ado, let us tuck in, crunch, munch, crunch. So scrumptious. The crisp, smooth taste is a sign they were grown on a diet of pure water. Thanks to the farmer's deft touch and the quality of the soil, I can even eat the skin without misgivings. Honestly, vegetables from anywhere but Hateno Village simply don't count. They're nowhere near as filling. Although I built a reputation on flash and glamour. Here in private, I must admit these simple, unadorned things are best. There's simply no denying it at last. But now that I'm full for the night, it's best that I return home. If I don't return quickly, Sophie may suspect something. Sorry about this. I know it's tall order. I'm asking you to tell my sister. Really? The silo across the way? What? So I thought she's been hiding something big. That's really all there was to it. I know this is just a lot about charisma and style, but has to do everything in the most ostentatious way possible. But between you and me, her tastes are pretty plain. She loves slow life here in Hatno Villages. She probably told you that she came back here because of the development or whatever. But the truth is, she just wanted to eat the vegetables grown right here in her hometown again. At least I'm pretty sure that's the case. Either way, I'm glad she wasn't up to anything scandalous. I want you to have this in exchange for helping me out. Iron shroom. The cap of this mushroom is very hard. Increases your defense. My sister really is a handful sometimes. Both she and Reed want the same things, you know. I can't understand why the two of them don't work together instead of going to such bizarre lengths. If they just talk to us, see how much they have in common. What was the mayor's quest? Signature food. Creamy and melty mouthfeel. You're up early. Well, the cuckoo gets the worm, they say. Oops, pardon me. Say. Were you looking to do business while inside the shop here? This general store is fun. They have all sorts of things, mostly harvested here in the village. It's good stuff, but don't get too attached. You'll never want to leave. Ah, have you been by our store yet? The boutique with Ventest clothing is right by the village entrance. You get lost looking for the big mushroom. That's right, believe it or not, my girl. Running for that. If she wins, she'll be picking up a lot of responsibility. I hope she'll still have time for her father. Oh, the mayor. I don't know whether I want to do this quest where I hand out the. Good morning. Are you headed out early? Did you know that we're set to hold a soon, traveler? Sure, I understand CC's position on the issue, but that doesn't change Hatno's tradition of living off the land. Is there something you needed? Yeah, sure. Have a shroom. You see, you got this from CC? Well, thank you kindly. Us old folks don't know much about what is in, you know. Happy to vote for whoever the mayor, if they'll fix up the village really nice. So there are 7 left. Like, do I really want to do this quest? I just don't know. Probably. It's a school. Help wanted. Apply to become a teacher. Want to show children the joy of learning? No experience necessary. Inquire at the school for more info. Press the elms to sit in a lesson. Oh. Probably not today. Ah, yes, yes. What is it? Oh, it's you, Link. Haven't seen you in... Link, you're back? My apologies for the outburst. Clearly you're back in town then. But what of Princess Zelda? Ah, Princess Zelda is still missing, which is the reason you came here alone. That makes more sense. Princess Zelda built this school, you see. She cared so much about the children. I'm sure she would be one of her first stops if she had returned. Right now, we're covering history, which is very important to Princess Zelda. We're focusing on Hyrule's history along with the Calamity. You know, Link, you're welcome to sit in on a lesson if you'd like. All right, with this great um, revelation, I am going to call it an evening here, figure out why my webcam isn't working, and get back to it another day. So thank you very much for watching. You have yourself a wonderful evening. I will be back tomorrow with Minecraft, but otherwise we will be back again after the Minecraft. I may or may not pop on for some Vault Hunters potentially. And then Tuesday, of course, is Timberborn. Have a wonderful evening and take care. Let's see if there's anybody we can send this channel over to. Yeah, we'll pop over to Psychomaniac and say hi. They're playing Stardew Valley. All right, we are on our way. 6 seconds. Cavern.